Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Ann Emanuel. Troopers with state police say a Waverly teen died in a 3-car crash in Newfield. Police say 2 vehicles were going northbound on West Danby Road when one car stopped behind another, trying to turn in front of it. Police say that car rear-ended the braking car, causing it to go into oncoming traffic and get hit by another car. 17-year-old Peyton Bradshaw was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver was flown to Robert Packer Hospital for serious injuries. In these partisan times, it's not often you see politicians from both sides of the aisle coming together. But that's not what's happening this week in Corning, as lawmakers are coming together for a good cause. Our Sonia Ellison tells us about this year's friendly bell-ringing competition.
Democrats and Republicans compete head-to-head to see who can get the most donations.
Corning city politicians are coming together to help the Salvation Army for the 15th year.
It's a very friendly competition between the Democrats and the Republicans in the city to raise money for the Salvation Army.
Corning Democrats kicked off the competition today as they rang the bell in Centerway Square for donations. All collected funds will go to Corning area families and individuals in need.
The Republicans beat us last year, so we need to rally the troops this year.
Tomorrow, it's the Republicans' turn to ring the bell from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
I hope we win again.
Republican Deputy Mayor Allison Hunt has participated in the annual challenge each year for 10 years now.
We hope everybody donates each day. To be honest with you, we want to raise as many funds as possible. We love the work the Salvation Army does here in our region.
This year, you can donate online or with a smartphone using the QR code next to the red kettle.
Just tap and donate $5.
Since there's an even greater need this year, Republicans pledged to match up to $250 worth of donations.
So we encourage people to come down and get your donations in early so we can throw in that extra $250 on top of all the other donations tomorrow.
Well, it's a great cause. They're an army, but they're an army for good.
In a world full of division, Corning officials are uniting through the tradition of giving.
And seeing the generosity of the Corning community is something that really makes the holiday season special.
Sonia Ellison, Big Fox News, Corning.
This Friday, Horseheads will host Holiday in the Square at the Hanover Square Historical District from 6 to 9 p.m. Vendors, crafts, entertainment, old-fashioned carriage rides, face painting, freebies, and of course, a visit from Santa can all be expected. Bring a new unwrapped toy for the Toys for Tots toy drive to help out local children. This Sunday is the family-friendly Lights in the Heights at the Elmira Heights Historical Society from 2 to 4 p.m. Doors open at 1:30 and the event starts with a magician. Santa and Mrs. Claus will host a story reading, sing-along, and be available for taking photos. Cookies and hot chocolate will be served and goodie bags will be given away. Winners of the town decorating contest will also be announced. Turning to national news now, the Supreme Court says it will hear an appeal that could affect hundreds of charges stemming from the January 6th attacks, including those against former President Donald Trump. The court announcing today that justices will review an appellate ruling that revived a charge against 3 defendants accused of obstruction of an official proceeding. The charge refers to the disruption of Congress's certification of Joe Biden's 2020 presidential election victory over Trump, and it has been brought against more than 300 defendants in the Capitol riot. The court's decision to weigh in could threaten the start of Mr. Trump's trial, which is currently scheduled for March 4th. Keeping our attention with the Supreme Court, justices will wade back into the issue of abortion access. The High Court will weigh whether the FDA legally approved a widely used abortion drug decades ago. Rebecca Castor is following that story for us.
The Supreme Court is getting back into the abortion debate, agreeing to review a lower court decision limiting access to the abortion pill.
President Biden and Vice President Harris will continue to fight to defend women's ability to access reproductive care.
It's not about whether abortion is legal or illegal. It's about the method in which it's provided. That's what this case is focused on.
A Fifth Circuit judge ruled the abortion pill should be more regulated after concluding the FDA did not fully consider the potential health risks to women when it revised regulations for the drug, including extending the window the abortion pill can be used from 7 to 10 weeks of pregnancy and allowing the drug to be mailed.
The Biden administration has removed those safeguards and essentially created a mail order abortion scheme that induces labor and delivery for women in an unmanaged and unsupervised way.
The drug, known as mifepristone, is allowed in 37 states and is one of the most common abortion methods in the U.S. With the Supreme Court ruling expected in late June, the abortion issue will be front and center once again during the presidential campaign season.
We have to humanize this situation and deal with it with compassion.
That I think is important to point out is Donald Trump flip-flopping on the right to life.
While the Supreme Court decision is on hold, access to the abortion pill will not change. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
Another Russian missile attack targeted the city of Kyiv early Wednesday. It comes as President Volodymyr Zelensky asks the Biden administration for more military aid. Alex Hogan has more.
A Russian missile strike hitting Ukraine's capital on Wednesday, injuring dozens of people, including multiple children. It's the second attack on Kyiv this week. Ukrainian officials say falling debris damaged homes and a children's hospital.
We heard an explosion, then a siren. I ran into the children's room. The glass flew out. The child was injured, cut all over by the glass.
It comes one day after President Volodymyr Zelensky traveled to Washington, pleading with Congress to further support his fight against Russia. On Tuesday, President Biden announced $200 million in security assistance for Ukraine. But with funding talks stalled in Congress, officials say the U.S. is reaching the end of its ability to provide more help.
We hope we can get a better outcome here before the end of the year. But if not, then we're going to have to really hit it hard early in the new year to try to get that aid going, that supplemental request.
As its war with Ukraine rages on, Russia is dismissing concerns over the whereabouts of opposition leader Alexei Navalny. He's been imprisoned in a penal colony outside of Moscow, but attorneys say they lost contact with him. The U.S. State Department says it holds Russia's government responsible for what happens to Navalny.
We have repeatedly joined Mr. Navalny's family, his colleagues, his supporters around the world in calling for his immediate release without conditions.
In August, Navalny was sentenced to 19 years in prison on extremist charges on top of 11 and a half years he was already serving. In London, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
We have your complete forecast next. Plus details on new AI technology that's allowing senior citizens to exercise their brain and access memories they may have forgotten about. That's coming up. Stay with us.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Good evening. We had a fairly quiet Wednesday underneath some sunshine and some passing cloud cover, which after sunset, we did start to see that lake effect was working its way across more of the southern coastline there, Lake Ontario, bringing a few flakes through the local region, but most of any accumulation was hanging closer to the Syracuse area. Now, what we'll note is that we'll see that even as some flakes were trying to approach the area, we are lifting that out. As what we'll see here is that under these clear skies, we have a quieter change, which is that wind, that northerly wind is actually continuing to turn, and it is going to come southerly as we roll into our Thursday. Now, that still will allow for our low temperatures to fall down within those 20s. So note that we'll have a cool start to the day, which is about where we should be this time of the year, with that normal low sitting at about 23. Now, we will be bright and warm as we head into our early weekend forecast. No big concerns really to mention for the near future. We're even seeing that high temperatures will be heading into those 50s. So a very warm December here setting up. As we know, it can be the opposite story of nor'easter storms, watching cold air drop in from the north. So this is a very, very tranquil December that has been setting up. As we will even see, that is, there might be some adjustments with the active weather pattern. We are going to still stay above normal. Now, the active weather is looking to be a storm system that's going to sweep through Sunday into Monday, but with these warmer temperatures, could be an all rain event again for the region. Now, as we head into our Thursday, bright blue sky in places. We start off into those 20s 20s will again extend into those 40s, so similar temperatures to what we saw today, but we'll definitely start to feel that warming as that southerly wind upticks into the region and keeps us under some of those brighter blue skies, with most of the area looking to just flirt with those 40s, 39 there into Binghamton, Mansfield there 39 degrees, Watkins Glen there 42 degrees. We'll head into our Friday with continuing to see those temperatures warm and abundant blue sky. Really, this is what we should be seeing in October, November. Holding this on into December is definitely a very unusual weather pattern in place, with 53 for and high temperature keeping us about 15 degrees above normal. Now Friday is going to bring in some gustier southerly winds. That's what's helping to bring in that warming, not looking to bring any high wind concerns there. We'll lighten those winds on Saturday, but then we'll have some stronger winds there Sunday into Monday, as this is going to be associated with that storm system passage, as you do see some variable winds. But again, even with variable winds, we're not seeing too much change up in those temperatures. A little pullback there for a few days following that system, but it is looking like our extended outlook does continue to show the trend of keeping warmer than normal temperatures. And again, normal is about 39, so we don't even get that cool behind the system. But know that that system will start to bring in some showers from Sunday into Monday, and then as we roll through the next week's forecast, we'll see maybe some isolated potentials that storm moves out, but then we should work back into some dry and warming conditions.